Hey there, GTA fans, and I have just finished watching the GTA 6 extended look over on Netflix, and can I say this thing has absolutely blown my mind. And I was recording my live reaction, and as I was recording it, I found out I had a setting on which meant that when I'm recording with OBS, that it's just the subtitles and my face reacting to a black screen. So basically what we're going to do now is we decided to twist things around. I've watched the whole thing. We're going to go through some of the bits and basically break down some of the coolest gameplay, everything like that, the kind of plot that we know so far, and I'm going to try and do it in quite a quick terms. So if you don't really have much time and you just want to know exactly about everything about what I've just seen, I'm going to do this video for you. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to stick around. My name is Dom at LCLoaded and I bring you daily GTA news, and let's get in with it. So I'm going to summarize everything as I can in as fast as I possibly can. So basically, what we see straight away,
something up for him.
I'll show you little clips.
Yeah, go inside and ask for Raymond, bruh.
So basically, Jason and Lucia pull up and they see a group of people, and they said that they're being sent by Booby Ike. Now, Booby Ike is someone who runs a bunch of nightclubs in Vice City, but still is involved in drug money. So they go and they basically get told to go and meet Raymond, which this is Raymond. And as you can see, as soon as they mention Booby, then Booby obviously seems to be the guy who runs everything, and then they get told to go up in the elevator with Raymond, and then they knock on the door. Obviously, like, who are you? Booby sent us. And then they are pushed into this room where some very naughty things are going on, as you can imagine, and it was a very cool scene. Now, basically, what happens is they're on the phone to someone who I thought was Raul at the time, and literally then the police start raiding the entire place, which I will show you. So they're on the phone there to unknown, and then out of nowhere...
Is this what I get?
Please, don't fucking move!
The police go on an absolute rampage and start shooting like crazy. Now, this is where we see our first form of GTA 6 gameplay, as you can see with the shotgun in the top, and we actually get to see how clean the shots are.
Got
You can pick up the bag.
Booby, you gotta get out of this.
Pick up a shotgun off the floor.
Push up. Stay with me. Whoa, cover.
On it.
And as you can see, we see our first kind of look at the health bar, which looks like something like Deadshot from Red Dead Redemption, and we see them basically, you know, how the shooting works in the game. Then, as they're escaping, we bump into a important character who I think is going to be kind of the chief of the police, which is here, and we've seen him in the trailer, and his name is...
Clean this shit out!
It's fucking
Mendez. So Mendez looks like he is going to be a very evil character. You know, I'm guessing he's doing police work, but sounds like he's going to be on your case throughout playing GTA. You then escape out, and then we get into our kind of next cutscene. We get a little look at what Vice City's like. Jason and Lucia pretty much are just chatting away. She's getting ready, and she's asking what dress that should she wear, and Jason's a bit like, you know, you go get ready. And there's a little bit of thing where you can go here, and you can tell Lucia to hurry up while she's getting ready, which this is gameplay.
Are you
So if we quickly skip back to this, you can get whatever you want out the fridge. This is official gameplay, which is insane.
Does life feel...
And then we see some crazy TV advert saying that there's 30,000 calories in the... You ready? Only 30,000 calories. But as you can see, it looks like Jason and Lucia are living out of like kind of a bit of a cheap apartment, which you can say now renting, and you see so many NPCs all around living their life. They then get into their kind of cheap car, which I guess this is the beginning of the game where you're not going to have much money. And this is the driving mechanics.
Communication, Jay.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Where you at, my city girl?
And a massive thing about Vice City and what you see from this is social media becomes a extremely important thing about this entire extended look, which is very interesting. Now, we see a clip where Jason and Lucia are walking up to meet Mr. Brian Hedder, and I'll give you guys a little clip now of what it's like to meet Brian, who Jason and Lucia are doing little jobs for to try and break through. And this is Jason, not Jason's wife, this is Brian's wife.
Dead for sure. Now what have you gotten yourselves into? I want to know everything.
And I believe what you say. I believe.
I don't know what this is.
Look, I was just sightseeing with my girl.
The tourists carry these.
And then basically it looks like there's a, you know, you're having dinner with Brian.
He wants it on the quiet, huh? He only wants one of you.
Well,
You know,
I don't mind.
I mean,
If you wanted.
And then you see loads of things going on in the background, NPCs everywhere, so much going on, and then Lucia decides to leave, and Jason and Brian go talking, smoking. It says hold R1 to smoke out on the balcony while they're having a chat. Now this looks to be a mechanic which you're going to be able to go to be able to get your car fixed, which is going to be awesome. We see our first robbery scene, official gameplay.
Then he cranked the speed up so fast that we thought we was flying.
And that's where you see Jason and Lucia robbing from the till to get some money.
It started going faster, and
a very important detail is underneath the stars when you're robbing, it shows you what the store has, whether it's got CCTV, whether it's got weapons, whether it's got that, and it's going to warn you about
faster,
that.
and it's getting harder to hold on. And I said, well, shit, that ain't good. And I fucking jumped. Jimmy Canto stayed on, cracked his head open, and that night,
You got a point?
yeah.
So then they just pretty much talk away, and then it goes into a beautiful
look, he could
scene
sell us out.
where basically they talk about something they're doing for Brian, and they're just in an incredibly beautiful driving scene. And this is a very important part because this is where we meet Raul.
Come on, you gotta hold these fuckers off. I got a little something for you, plate. Here, you take this.
Getting crowded here.
And this is where you will see some of the most amazing gameplay because we get to see Raul and Jason actually shooting out the back of a car at helicopters.
I'm gonna punch through to the freeway.
Negative. Stay low.
Hey, hang on.
Don't get us trapped in here, Lou.
No. This is good. Keep cutting through. Back up into this alley here.
Okay.
So this is a really crucial part of what happens here because they decide to back into an alley, and basically Raul is saying things aren't always easy. These heists, these things that we pull off, anything can be different at any point. And he says to Lucia, are you going to be good enough? And that is where you make your certain decisions, where Raul is going to decide whether we're going to be professional enough, and I'm guessing every decision you make is going to work out depending on how high the score is. Again, you can see here, they've got warning signs below here. It looks like that's a cloak hanger though, and they're on a 4-star, driving away.
Fucking real now.
Okay, out. Don't leave anything in here.
And that's where we get a look at the weapon wheel, because this is where Lucia, you have to destroy the evidence. So what this clip is actually telling us is do not leave evidence, because by the sounds of things, while you're wanted by the police, if you leave evidence, they could potentially still trace that. And that's where we swap vehicles, and that burns down, and they head into a van. Now we see some amazing things saying, did they pass the test, you know, reputation with Raul? Raul says, keep your phones on, which I'm guessing that's when we're going to be picking up some more jobs from him, and they head on. You see here, we see clips of Lucia working out, which is where we know fitness is going to play a big part in GTA 6. VR headsets with questionable stuff going on in them. Kayaking, nightclubs, strip clubs, robberies.
Hey, I'm walking.
Cops are on their way.
And then this is where social media plays a massive part in the extended look.
Jesus.
Look, the actual cops are chasing us.
So there's 57,000 people, and it looks like potentially you can get remembered by social media. This is a beach. We see some more police chases. And this is where you can see it switching between Jason and Lucia. She's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman. She's gonna get you from there. Stay away. So a very, very important part to pick up there is when you're next to Lucia, you will instantly swap. There's no waiting, there's no nothing. But if Jason and Lucia are in completely different cutscenes, maybe doing their own thing, there'll be a short kind of move over, and then obviously that's where, you know, that's where you'll get. But in terms of if you're next to each other, you and Lucia, Jason, Lucia, depending who you prefer playing as, you can just switch between them. It's simple. It just looks amazing. Then we head into a bit where we meet some new characters where they're probably going to play a very important part, because we basically see planes. We don't get to see any plane gameplay, so I'm going to say that straight away, but this guy seems a very important part of the story.
Go, gentlemen.
You guys see the driver? Sure. All right, let's go.
Beautiful.
So here we go back.
Tina. What's up, chula?
Andres.
So this is Tina, and this is Andres, again, who are going to play a big part in the story mode, where we obviously see that happen, and we head off to a party. So this is where it becomes very interesting, because it's all about the party life, the clubbing, all of that stuff. And then just to summarize this bit, basically they hire Jason and Lucia as private bodyguards to protect. Now, obviously, in these final scenes, we go to help. There's a lot of naughty stuff going on in this room, which I won't say just in case YouTube tell me off. And basically, there's a whole party going on. And then people run in with weapons. And this is where we see gameplay again of Jason's health bar at the top, the amount of ammo, and the amazing shooting that's in the game. We also see Jason and Lucia texting, which could play a major part of the game in terms of when we talked about social media, all that kind of stuff. And then we see a major fight between Lucia and then Jason over to go and save Mendez, who gets captured. Then Lucia obviously fights and manages to smash someone in the face with her high heel, which was just crazy. And then we get to see some more gameplay.
If this right now was all that there is, all the time, it would be perfect. Just like me. Trust me. You wanna dance, you don't know how to get it.
And that's pretty much like the main stuff that we see in this. It is just absolutely amazing, this trailer. And when I say trailer, it's an extended look. We even got a little bit of a look at the grass rivers in here as well. But I mean, look at the kayaking as well. The kayaking scene over here, I think I've just gone past it, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I really wish well, actually, what I'm going to do is I might leave my reaction. Actually, no, I shouldn't, because there's no gameplay there anyway. But let me know what you guys think about what you may have seen. Obviously, this is Jason throwing cash in the strip club. There are so many things to break down and check in this, but it's just amazing. It really is.
Who you are now. You can't see all the fucked up shit that's looming on the horizon.
Standing tight. Enjoy this, dude.
And that's obviously what we just saw. But GTA 6 is getting closer and closer. I really appreciate all of you guys for watching this. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.